We had like a 24 gram per ton one over 2.6 meters last time. Now we've managed to extend it to the northwest with a couple of other high grade hits. So really exciting for us, to be honest, and this big wide open target that we've got going.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Shaun Heinrichs. He is the CEO of 1911 Gold Corp. And Shaun, great to see you again. How are you?
I'm great, Steve. Good to be back. Thank you.
Yeah, good to have you along with some high grade gold intercepts once again. You're reporting here 8 holes, I believe. So let's talk about where this area is and really what you're seeing here.
Okay, great. No, look, this is one of our three new discoveries. I guess Baker more recently, a fourth discovery, but this is one we've been drilling for the last almost 2 years now, and looks to be one of probably the more exciting opportunities to us. It sits just to the northwest of the existing underground mine workings. It also sits positionally nicely between areas that have been mined historically and the Cartwright resource, which we also have, which is even further northwest. So it's closing a gap between two key areas. It's close to underground development and it's wide open at depth. So this program was designed really to go back in and fill in a few step outs towards the northwest off of some very large intercepts we had on the last drill program. We had like a 24 gram per ton one over 2.6 meters last time. Now we've managed to extend it to the northwest with a couple of other high grade hits. So really exciting for us, to be honest, and this big wide open target that we've got going.
Yeah, so it's called San Antonio West, and I'm just wondering, does from what you've talked about before, the key to this is it shows the continuity of it, because the numbers that you're talking about here are pretty similar to what we've seen in the past.
Exactly, yes. And first, just let me thank you again for naming the actual zone we're talking about. That's exactly what we're hoping to see. Historically, the vein widths in the True North mine, which is really two major shear structures, ran at average widths of around 2 to 3 meters and grades varying. Obviously, there was a period of time where they actually mined 9 grams per ton out of here. But so what we're looking for when we're drilling San Antonio West is a continuity and B, comparability to what was there historically. And obviously everything ideally well above cutoff, which for us is around 3 grams per ton. So all these hits showed strong continuity off of existing intercepts in that area, which is great. All above cutoff, except for one we know didn't reach the target, and one was pretty marginal, but still something we probably chase on our way to higher grade. So very happy with where it is. Next steps for us really trying to tackle this one underground. We've got a couple of key development areas that go off of the A shaft in that direction and get actually very close to Cartwright. We've got to turn those into exploration drifts initially, and then look to turn those into development and production drifts in the long term. So that's kind of where we're headed on this particular area.
Yeah, in the news release, you talk about the numbers that you got today really strengthen the case for a maiden resource. Can you talk about that part of it?
Yes. So we've been kind of broadcasting this a little bit. We're looking to have a new resource update on the whole project area out in the fourth quarter of this year. This would be a major addition. This particular zone is going to be a major addition to that resource update, along with the San Antonio Southeast and the Shore target areas, which are all proximal to the existing underground mine. So key adds, areas that can be brought into the mine plan. Following that big resource update, we'll look to have new mine plans out as well in Q1 of next year. So this is a big step forward for us in terms of transforming this mine into a much larger producer with a much longer mine life.
Yeah. And lastly, Shaun, I just want to ask you, when you get numbers sort of like this and this area that you talked about, this is kind of a new area that we haven't talked that very much about, but you've also got so much work going on in other parts of the project as well. How do you focus yourself and your team on sort of trying to get it all without trying to run everywhere, if you know what I'm saying?
Oh, exactly. Look at this. This has always been the problem and the blessing of this project is
Yeah.
where do you try to stop yourself from going too crazy and manage your capital structure as well. Obviously, you could spend a lot of money drilling out different. So for us, really, the focus is, we've always said, is anything that is near mine is priority one. So anything that fits into that production profile in the next 2 to 5 years, that's top priority for us. And obviously, the closer it is, the higher the priority. Stepping away from that, anything that's in that 3 to 7 years now, kind of the next level, that's where you get that Ogama Rockland resource that we talked about last week, where that fits in and where that's going to advance. So that one will move along fairly quick as well. And then following that, we look for those brownfields projects with no resource, but with a significant amount of historical evidence of mineralization or production capability. And that's those kind of more in that 5 to 8 year bucket for us in terms of where they fit in the potential production profile. And anything after that really has to wait until we're a cash flow, very cash flow positive and able to support those much larger drill programs. But that's how we prioritize right now, and it roughly equates to about a 70 to 80% focus on near mine, and then that last 20 to 30% bucket is going to get split between those near term and longer term projects. And long term for us again is only 6 years, so it's not that far away, given how long we've been here.
Absolutely. Well, Shaun, thanks so much. Really great answer to the last question. Appreciate that. And good to see you as well. And we'll talk soon. Okay.
All right. Great to be back, Steve. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Shaun Heinrichs, the CEO of 1911 Gold Corp.